What a good boy. He's a good boy.
This is not without a snack.
Uh-oh. I'm over here. Where does it go? Where does it go? Ah, that wasn't it. Put it where it goes. Chew it up. There you go.
Oh, he's got 2 strings.
Yeah,
Is that fine?
I'm going to show you. That's
Okay.
a new system I've been playing with. Because when you're walking and trotting,
Yes.
you're sitting back, so you need
Yeah.
longer.
Okay.
But when you're standing up and you want to be
Okay.
tighter contact, we'll adjust that to
Okay.
whatever that is. So what the idea is you, and I meant to tell you this while we were going yesterday, I made such a big deal about not pulling that you had too much slack
Too
at
much
the
slack.
it's almost contact, and it's like almost keeping here's the boundaries.
Yeah.
And if you go a little bit outside the boundary, you'll feel pressure.
Okay.
Not that I put on, you put
Yeah.
on, because you changed the boundary. Now, if I wanted you to go that way, I would have lengthened the outside rein and shortened the inside rein after I had already got your attention and put my weight over. Hey, I know you're itchy. Everybody knows you're itchy, but we're talking too. You should be talking to you instead of them, huh? He said, I'm the center of attention. Those are little things that I want to, that we'll play with today, just the littlest. Because basically what you're doing is creating communication and boundaries and all in the spirit of somebody's got to be a leader. And I know more about the world than you do, and let me just show you without making you. Every experience we have, you go, oh, okay, yeah, if I stay inside the box, there's a lot less pressure. It's almost like hot wire, and the horses understand hot wire. That's all this is. If you get out of bounds, you're going to hit hot wire, and there's a penalty for that. So it's a very subtle penalty for us. If you build that pattern, they go, oh, that's like your leg. Oh, I feel that leg. I better start thinking about getting my rib out of the way before she starts tickling me with that spur. And so that's all we're trying to do, is always make it. I'm going to count to 4, and steadily, and once they go, as long as you're consistent,
Yeah.
and go to 4, you don't no, and then like a kid, they might go, oh, just wait till you get to 3, and then you go, you just speed it up. You just click it up just a little bit, because the pattern's already in there.
Yeah.
But once you start speeding it up, it's just like playing the guitar and practice your chords. At first it's or writing the ABCs in the Big Chief. It's all very structured and thought through until you got that pattern, and then it's so that's all we're trying to do, is build that perfect letter, and then we'll speed it. Can you do it a little faster? Can you do it a little faster? And each time it should just feel like, yeah, well, that's, it wasn't that much. And so each time they do it, and then they can go a little faster without even, and just like tying your shoes, you can just, without even thinking about it. Same deal. Let me get you on, and then I'll let you hang out with him. And remember, that's the other thing I was going to say is everything we do is kind of a language. So I know you know more than one language. So you can understand this better than most. So mostly it's that we're trying to communicate with them. So getting their attention before we just walk off, and they should feel that. They should feel that. But if he's thinking about grass, or oh, my belly itches, I wish I could, he's not paying attention. Just do something to get his attention. He's pooping now, but so just get his thoughts on you, and then take your energy and go where you want to go. And if he follows, and if he doesn't, go whoa, 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 whoa. Throw energy up before you make contact, and push the hindquarters, like I said. And once you get their attention, if he's not coming around, you go, uh-oh, that gives me a chance, just like another horse in the herd. You're not going to engage me here.
Yes.
I'll engage you there, and then you'll have to come around, and now we can play. And that's all we're trying to do in horse languages. So everything we're trying to do, why they call it natural horsemanship, is because we watch what horses do in the wild and try to mimic that. And that's just when they want to engage in play. We're not even trying to engage in work. We're trying to engage in play. So if he's going away like, you won't bite me, and then we do, he's like, oh, maybe I better keep an eye on you all the time. And that's all we really have always got an eye on you, because you never know if I'm going to reach for a cookie, scratch your belly, or I'm going to bite your booty. You just never know. Let that pressure off. As soon as he starts to follow, take the pressure off and see if he can he can finish the maneuver. Almost like starting a sentence. Pick up the rein. Yep. Like with a kid starting a sentence, and then there you go. Remember, try to get your weight up over the center best you can. This saddle's plenty tight today.
Yeah, I did my kid sides as well.
There you go. All right, just hang out here while I get my horse. That's the long one now. If that's not, that feels like it. I got long arms, so my long is a lot shorter than.
As well.
But this will feel better once you stand up. What you're wanting to do is just keep this closer contact, so there's not so much play in your hands.
Okay.
If like I said, things he starts going faster, instead of pulling on the reins, we're just going to lift on that string, and then if that doesn't work, then we'll still keep this hand lifting on the string while the other hand lifts even more till he gets bent, and then that should signal to him, oh, wait a minute, there's a miscommunication here. I didn't hear what you. And as soon as he offers to slow down just a little bit, release the pressure, but be ready to pick it up again, and you can let all that down. As long as this buckle is here, he can't step on the rein. So like if it's on the there, and that way you can have the other hand practicing holding this. If that's still too long, too short, that just give you something to hang on to all the time, just in case. Because like I said, it happened just the other day. Something happened. A bird flew up while he was looking at something else, and it startled him enough. If I wasn't holding on that string, it'd have been lift. Yep. Lift. Push the hindquarters this way. There. Good. Let him go. Now, if you wanted to keep walking off, just get your energy up, add some pressure, and if it doesn't work, if you missed it, good. We got to practice rub, tap, 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 till he picks his head up, and then we go where we want. Or do a neutral lateral from there. Oh, you missed it. That's all right. Said if you miss it, just go ahead and act like you meant to do that, and now you can practice to get your head up, and then we'll. Okay. Boom. Uh-oh. You better put that thing away. We got to go. We're going to run out of film. Want some water? Hey. Hey, you're not thirsty? Okay then. Don't move your feet. I said don't. Okay, one cookie for you. Boop, 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 boop. Alrighty then. Poof. Poof ball. This one's a wee bit snugger. Are they waiting on us? Oh, I wish I had a drink. Yeah, I've been talking too much, so I need a drink. Okay. Oh, Nelly! Oh my goodness, what the heck's going on around here? What in the heck is going on around here? Somebody's head's out of their position. untangle my tangle. That here's going to be the hardest thing for you because it's hard for me too.
What's that?
You're naturally always bring your hand back, just lift and get their attention. As soon as you get their attention, then you can shift your weight and give a direction like you were leading him. You just go run over here, kind of almost pointing. I see you. And then for your part, as quick as you can, as soon as you see him zooming in on a attack point on him, start redirecting his attention before you have to make him stop biting my horse. Kind of see it developing. He's got that, evil in his eye. See, you're still pulling. Lift. No, not the bucking. No. Remember how we pick our head up? Okay. No. It's.
You mean like this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Put your hand on the string. That way you can see you're pulling. Lift. There. Out of your thigh. You got too much rein, but that's okay. Good. Use your string. Your string is like your first line of contact that you're going, hey, check in with me, and then use that to direct. And turn on our. Yeah.
They were always working. They didn't want us to ride horses at all. First month was amazing, training the horses. We could ride, and then the second month they just took it. To be on a horse.
So little things like, kind of find a line in the track, and then see how little you can do to ask him to come over, either forequarters first, hindquarters first, or together, a little sideways move, and just one step. You feel that they went, oh, I felt what you're asking, and you set it up real nice. So it's just kind of helping him understand your dialect. You speak a little different, but it's still the same. We got to figure out how we can less pulling, so that your hand should almost never come behind your knee. Everything is just whatever it is. You're just lifting a little bit. You're signaling that we're going this way, and then I'm going to put a little pressure on the other side, kind of lean to the other side, and see if I can get him to respond away from that leg. But letting the nose know we're definitely not going that way.
Okay.
We're so he can't get his nose past the center. That's all you're doing with the rein, is keeping his nose tipped just a little bit this way, or the way you're going, the direction of travel, and see if he can follow that. I see you. Yep. Ask him to side to your left. Yep. And then back the other way. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We run out of juice. When you see how little pressure it takes once you get their attention to get something going. It's the old habit. We were all taught just pull their face and they should know, they'll figure it out and they'll come around, which they do. But what happens before all that happens is a little bit of brace. It'd be like if you had a nose ring and somebody was just leading you around with that. You'd be every time they hear, why can't you just tell me you're fixing to go somewhere and I'll just follow you. That's what we're trying to do with the horse. We're trying to go, hey, we're going this way. I'll get out of the way if I were you, because it ain't going to feel good if you don't turn your head. So that's all it is. We're giving you plenty of warning. This is the fire is coming. You better watch out. As soon as you step out of back into the box, they're like, oh, that fire went away. How about that? So it's just a series of that. Is what it really boils down to. Is just that little bit of I'm getting your attention and I'm putting you out, off of your course, but it's for a good reason. I would hurry up and get over there before the electric fence hits, before you get too far out of bounds where the electricity hits you. That's all, and that's, for our part, the better we are at that, having an electric fence phase 4 effectiveness, then they quit. They just won't go into an electric fence. They just know better. There's no win there. So when we make our box like an electric fence, that's when all the, and it's not even an electric fence. They don't worry about, oh, I bobbled a little bit and hit it. Well, it's got a 3-second delay before it hits you, but you definitely know you're going to get hit if you keep leaning into it. And so we give them that grace until they just go, oh, okay, if I just like in a herd, if I just act like a good herd member, I'm not going to get kicked out of the herd, which is number one. You're dead, because the herd keeps the weak around so they can feed something to the lions and get the rest of them safe. So if they kick you out, well, there's tribute to the lions. so it's very important, even for humans. It's for everybody. You got it. If you don't belong, if you're ostracized, you've been canceled. It's a bad thing. People, fairly unfairly, people look at you with a certain light, painted by the narrative that whatever happened. A misunderstood joke. So most problems between relationships is a misunderstanding. And so instead of going, dang it, you're stupid, you didn't do what I said, you got to go, what did I not say? Let me be clear. And blame yourself and go, did I not ask you? What did I say that wasn't wrong? Here, let's do it again. Let's ask again. Until that's all you're doing when you're teaching a kid how to write or somebody to play guitar, piano, tie your shoes. It's just one step at a time, slow and easy. Yep, you did that right. You made the loop right. And now you take the other one. Oh, geez, I got to remember all these steps. Well, it's like anything. Once you put the steps together enough, it becomes a pattern, and then your right brain takes over. You can do things at speeds that you couldn't think through. You couldn't think fast enough. But just, you see rocks there, go, well, we better move away from that rock. And try to do as much with your string and your body. Just the rein is a signal that you're going, we're going, I'm leaning, and but use that string as kind of helps support everything you do, because it helps keep you in closer contact with him, especially at a higher speed. That's where I talked about, taking the slack out of the reins. Eventually you will have a pretty good contact, and that'll help him because it'll help stabilize his head at that speed and stabilize his stride, and should make it stronger if we do it correctly. If he's accepting that contact and he's going, oh yeah, this makes me feel almost like a ballroom dancer when you got to lean against each other on some of those fancier moves, but you're not pulling or yanking or jerking or causing pain. You're just going, well, we got to lean against each other because we got all these other forces going against us. So once they start going, oh yeah, that feels good, it makes that higher speed stress less stressful, because it kind of helps collect my body. It doesn't feel like my legs are just, and they'll feel like that when they're kind of out of sorts and going too fast. They'll feel like they're going to rattle, like all your tires are on just a little bit crooked. It just feels like, and they're going fast, but they're not as fast as they can because they're not in fluidity. They're just swinging legs everywhere. So all we're trying to do is keep that, get that under. And I know you. I'm just saying it so that.
Yeah, no, I'm listening to everything you say.
And half of this for the
For the
video. So anyone interested,
back and check your
save you hundreds of dollars in lessons. Just having the thought process really is what. Start thinking, acting, feeling, playing like a horse, and the horses really can't tell the difference. You're just a funny looking horse. It tells me no rolling with the saddle on. I don't want to hear that noise. Squeeze. Oh, what was that? That was a weak effort. So here's a good example. I'm trying to get him to speed up a little bit. So I'm just riding a little faster, and each time that we were trying to move with him. Riding horses is not merely the act of not falling off. It's, moving with them, being a part of them, so they feel like, oh, then they start paying attention. If you're out of sync, it's probably maybe you want to slow down or speed up. Whatever it is, they go, oh, you've changed your rhythm. Should I change my rhythm? And then we don't have to pick up the reins at all. So that's that energy flow through your body. You got to transfer it to them. That they go, oh, if I don't start following that energy, it's going to get stronger, and then the electric fence is going to bite. Wapola. So, just what I'm saying, instead of going straight to smooching, think, okay, let me get my energy up and see if I can't get him doing there, and then save that smooch and all that for your phase 4. That right before the stick comes, that they hear the smooch, then they're going to feel a pop, and so then they'd start going, oh, the smooch, yeah, here it comes, let's just go. No, we're not rolling. Hey, what did I say? That's right. And a 1, and a 2, and a 1, 2, 3, 4. And even if it's just a transition up and back down, I just want you to get really fluid in that function. Transitions are hard for everybody. See, he's looking over here, there you go. Just a little bit. Use your leg, your body, yep. Each time you feel him looking somewhere that's outside the box, you go, oh, hey, I wouldn't do that, And as subtle and light as you can be, but as firm as necessary. Just be ready, and then once you read your horse, you can know, oh, I can stop at phase 1/2 because I feel him go, you got me. You got me. But if you don't, he might still be looking, oh, that's what? You don't see that saber-toothed tiger over there? You're like, I still don't see it. Well, being your head's all the way over here, let's just move your hindquarters one step. Yes, you can still do that. And all that does is takes them out of that right brain reactive behavior that they think they need to do to survive. And in the left brain, then what do I need to do to act like a better herd member, a better partner? And if that's all they think we're doing is going up, you're in school, pop quiz, can you do this, can you do that? And then you do it, and then we get to stop, we get to go eat or do whatever we do that he likes. And then we get to the spot where we can go, a couple miles before we need a break, but we still, if we can, especially with you starting, lots of breaks are good for everybody. This track's too rocky to actually train on correctly, but if I can get you fluid, then when we go to the new track, because they're going to be, whoa, especially him, he's been there, but he'll be, and how to deal with all that, we'll play with that for a few days, and then by then I think you'll have figured it out, and then we giddy up a little bit more and see how that goes.
So when are they breaking this one down?
I haven't said. I think they're waiting on a permit.
Okay. I think there's an arena in the
Yeah, there's going to be. They flattened that out about 5 months ago.
Oh,
Geese, a couple geese in there, and then they've left it and haven't done anything with it. But now they've got bigger plans to make a big old indoor arena on the other side of the track. It goes basically all the way from there, barns and arena, and all the way to that other white barn. Oh, it's terrible. Watch out for the rock. Oh, good job. So what all boils down to is we're trying to control their energy in time and space. So that's part of, that's what it took me forever to figure out. What the heck are you talking about? Your energy. What is energy? What is that doesn't make it's still so hard to explain, but it's like I'd like to explain it. The best way I can explain it is if you get like somebody starting to piss you off and you feel that coming up in you. That's kind of that feeling that you need to cause to translate to your horse to go, yeah, you know what this means, and have, you know.
yeah, and it does take time and it takes bonding, because I know with my horse as well, my daughter also likes to ride my horse, but she says there's so much work, because with me she's just easy, and when she gets on, it's like a whole different way to how she's riding her horse again.
That's like when I had other people on these horses. They just started pulling on the bit, and the horse just kept going, I go, and they weren't slowing down because they weren't telling them to slow down in their body and their energy. Their energy was, because they're used to riding high energy horses that are right brain, that are not thinking. That you have to do that to stay in control of, because they're just checked out, and that's the only safety they feel. Okay, if I'm kept in this box, you know, you just hold me there. I can't mentally, emotionally stay there myself. You got to hold me there, then I'm okay. And that's what the difference is. We keep them in their quiet, relaxed state as much as possible, and then be able to turn up the heat, and then turn it back down, turn it off, and they just, okay. It's easy to get a horse up, get them back down is the hard part. So if they just think, oh, I can't wait till we get back down, instead of, oh, it's all that excitement for it. Are we safe now? Are we gonna die? It should be over. And that's the other thing that'll save horses, especially the emotions are what causes all the real problems, that, you know, having that emotional instability that's hard to recover from. Once you get past that, because you go, wait a minute, switches off. Oh yeah, they're like, oh, thank God the switch is off. Now I'm still sure there's a crowd still. You don't know. I don't know what we were running from before. Now what were we running? We better keep running, I think, until you show me what I was running from. It all looks the same to me. Let's get back home. That's what they're thinking. That's all they're thinking. Safety and comfort. That's why horses won't leave a burning barn, because they're safe. Their stall is their comfort zone 23 out of 24 hours a day. And when they're outside the stall, they got to be on alert. And that doesn't feel good. You know, if you got a choice, once you learn helplessness and get stuck in the stall, you get fed and all this, but you're safe and comfortable. Hey, that's a big part of the whole part of being a horse. Is safety and comfort is their number 1 and 2 hierarchy of needs. So if you brainwash them into thinking you're taking care of that by being in the stall 23 hours a day, well, don't be surprised that on the hour he's out, he's going to have a hard time feeling safe and comfortable unless you provide that for him. That's all we're trying to do is go, we're a super good leader. Let's show you all the fun things we can do. It's way more interesting. And if you did this right, you could keep them in the stall a lot more and they'd be okay with it because they're like, oh man, every time we go out,
Yeah.
I'm tired. We do all these things. I'm ready for some rest. But they, all that rest. Like, okay, now I'm, theoretically, who knows? We've known people that would lock their horses in the stall for 3-5 days before the race, so they thought they were getting them, just so wound up that they were. So, but nobody knew. We thought that was a little strange, but you didn't know that it wouldn't work. And I mean, they're still in business, so well, it must work for them. But
As a human, I can just get rid of free
well,
time
that's
and stay 5 days
see,
before
that's where all this comes in. Is what we know about horses and what their needs are. Especially an horse expect to be an athlete, being in the stall 23 hours a day is really bad for their well-being. But it costs money to take them out of the stall and go do things, productive practices with them, or just go graze, or just go, practice some basic stuff online. Moving is good for horses. They were evolved to move 20 miles a day. If they don't get but a couple miles a day, and then solitary confinement in the jail. No, we're not rolling here. I know it's a good spot. Watch it now. Don't be looking at them girls. I know you're looking at your girls. Uh-oh. Oh, so tiring. Wearing you out. Uh-oh. Hey. There you go. Eyeballing that dog. He's eyeballing them. One of us. It might be me. As soon as you feel him start to push against you, just start squeezing a little bit more until he's just going, oh, I can take this. I can take this. And if you let him do it too long, you say, oh, this is what you want me to do? When you're, I need to keep getting my energy up till you feel it at a lower phase and more snappy. There you go. And like I said, when you feel like you've lost it, just go ahead and act like, oh yeah, I meant to do that. And then set yourself up to get ready to energy up again. But almost reward that he's thinking down, thinking back. It's way better than thinking run off, being impulsive. Good, take that. See, especially after you kind of got a little less than you wanted the first time, if you get just a stride or two more than you were thinking the last time, then take that, reward it, and start again. Remember, act like, it's hard to do, act like I meant to do that. But if they beat you to it, it's better than you going, pushing, and then still let him walk. And he's going to go, okay, I guess that means. Oh yeah, that was nice. Just take that as information and feedback for next time. Each time that it didn't work out the way you wanted, just go, okay, next time as soon as I feel him starting to, if my energy should, let's try that. And if it works for 2 strides, go, yeah, I got it. Let's start again. Let's walk. There you go. It's just like getting in a different car. It might not have power steering, or might be real twitchy on the throttle. You may have to push it an inch, and then all of a sudden it takes off. You just get used to the different. There you go. You're feeling it. You're getting it. We got no doubt. Give him a rub. Scratch his neck. He loves that. That was nice. You better watch it. Yeah. Always watch what they're thinking about. As soon as he stopped thinking about the line, you should have been alert to go, whoa, where are you going? And then all of a sudden, I saw it a while ago. But I know him. As soon as that look comes on his face, you got to get really big, interrupt it. That's why I stick the stick out, which I didn't. I was far enough away, I wasn't going to have to worry about it. Let's give him some room to get off that bad ground over there. Come this way, that's some bad ground over there. What champions! What champions! Oh man! Go ahead and take some slack out of your reins. Almost contact, not quite. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There you go. Beautiful.
Good boy. Oh, this is nice.
Yeah, you're feeling it now, huh?
Nice. Good boy.
Now, once you learn how to push the buttons, then it's
Yeah.
super easy. I know. Ooh. Ow, ow, why is it always biting me? Ooch, 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 ooch. You feel him trying to push to the left there? Sit to the left, push with your left leg. Sit to the left. push with your left leg. You're just trying to straighten his body. He's trying to get crooked and lean that go. So instead of pulling his head, keep him from going that way, push his ribs, and then keep his head from thinking that you want to go that way, that it's still on the past 180 degrees, so that he's, you know, just past center. And then as soon as he goes, oh, you want my ribs, then you just let go. And then you might, you know, try again later if he leans back. Either way, at any time, that's just kind of what we're thinking. Is if they're not straight through their body, then they're not moving correctly. They're thinking about something else probably. Let me tick away at this. Pop quiz, can you move this way? Can you move that way? Watch that rock. Ooh, you touched it. I don't think you stepped on it. Whoa. Whew. Hard working ponies. Hard working ponies. I know. Just listen to them. I handsome. The stick's really another way to, you can add energy that they can feel, they can see physically. I use the reins kind of to wake them up a little bit.
Yeah, my daughter also does that. You can see.
Yeah.
I'll send you a video tonight of where she rides, because we put all our horses when we get them in, we put them in halters.
Yeah.
And then after we just add like that nose hackamore.
Yeah.
And she's also very, because her horse is very lazy. So she gets her energy up, she goes.
Yeah. Horses aren't lazy, they're unmotivated. It's funny, once you find out what motivates a so-called lazy horse, they change completely. Just to get once they attach that reward to whatever it is, they're like, ah.
That horse refuses to walk, even move with anyone else. But if she gets on that horse, she goes. It's amazing how they build relationships with certain people as
Yep.
well.
Yeah. Hey, hey, watch the rocks. Watch the rocks. Hey, get over here where I can see you. Give Savvy some room. Oh, I feel you. I feel you. No, nobody said anything about cantering yet. I don't think our saddle's tight. Oh, watch the rock. Ah, you gonna kick them off? Slow down. Slow down. What the heck is wrong with you? I don't think you're tight. Ooh, champion now. Who's that champion now? Who's that? Good boy. What are you looking over there for? Them girls aren't looking for you. They're just watching. See what you guys are doing. They're not looking for you. Watch. Watch it now. I feel you. Buck and Bronco is what you are. Buck and Bronco. Hey, crazy pony. Hey, be gentle. Ah, that was very nice. I hear you. I hear you. That was pretty easy. Yeah. All right, let's turn around and go the right way once or twice. Easy, easy, easy. The other one thing that's hard to remember at first is when you're going, especially in that tight of a circle, kind of make sure you're giving extra slack to the outside rein just so that he's not feeling pressure on both sides. And he's going, I think I was supposed to do this. Why are you doing that?
Okay. That was nice.
Very good.
So nice.
Ah, beautiful point. Uh-oh. Lift, 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 lift. There it is. Reinforce with your leg. There it is. Now try again with less rein and more leg if you need it. Kind of stay off that rail just because there's so many rocks in there. Just stay over here in the deeper part of the track. One step release, one step release. There. Releasing all pressure the millisecond you see that they've put 2 and 2 together and are fixing to do it, the better they attach. Oh, okay, that's pressure motivates, release teaches. So as soon as you see that they get it, you can release the pressure. You're just asking a question, pop quiz, can you? And they go, yeah. Okay. Or they're like, oh, I don't know, what? Oh, until they figure it out. And I see you. Leg, 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 lift. Yep, nice. Each time he sneaks over here, as light as possible, firm as necessary. I don't need to get too excited. You don't need to get too excited. I see you. You're dying to go jump on him, huh? I'll show you, Savage. Let me show you how we do it around here. Hey, don't worry about them girls. Uh-oh. Wrong lead. Wrong lead. Hey, quit looking at those guys. They're not in your pasture. They're not in your herd. The other thing you tend to do, which is a human thing, counterintuitive, when you go this way, you kind of lean that way, lean the other way. So you should be setting off the side like you're thinking, if you don't respond to this, I'm going to push you.
Okay.
I can't push you when I'm leaning on the side I'm pushing to. Get on the other side. It's one of those things, it's counterintuitive, but it's what makes sense. Like instead of pulling their head, we yield their hindquarters. So the head wants to come around and get their hindquarters out of danger. There it is. Nice. Pick up your reins a little bit. Take a little slack out. Once you get in cantering, you're going to probably want to stand up and get the other string. It'll be easier to hold up there. Just more slack out of your reins. Shorten them up. Shorten your reins. Yeah, you just want to be where they're there, but not pulling. Get him over here in this part. Let's just trot through the turn because there's a lot of rocks through there too. Well, it's a poor tired baby. He's a poor tired. Oh. Yeah, we can relax a little. Watch the rock, watch the rock. Oh, there's more rocks. Uh-oh. What? Is there a little demon over there? Is he gone? They moved the demon? Where are they moving to? Oh dear. Oh, too many rocks.
Does it come in the sand that they bring?
Well, no, it's
From the bottom.
from the bottom because they don't have it. I don't know if it ever had a proper foundation. So they just threw sand on top, and when they dig down
Big
too,
enough, yeah.
it starts pulling the rocks up.
Yeah, because it looks like riverbed.
Yeah, they've got a rock picker, but it's been broken. I think it's almost fixed, but that does them a lot of good because they're fixing to tear up the whole track and put down a real foundation, so it shouldn't have any more problems after that. But that means the rent goes up too. But it'll be worth it to not have to dodge rocks. I see you getting over there. And try to get in the habit of if you canter depart on the turn, you want to be on the lead you're in the turn to, and then on the straight, the opposite, whichever way. So if we were going the other way, it would be, mostly it's left lead in the turn, because mostly we go counterclockwise. But because we go both ways, we want a horse's balance. Just think, opposite of whichever lead. So on the straight, going the counterclockwise, you're going to be in the right. You want to depart in the right lead. If he doesn't get it, just come back down to a trot, set it up again, and same thing in the left. Yeah, that's the same way leading them on the ground. They don't know how to turn to the right, and because most horses are left-handed anyway, they stand a little bit crooked to the left, so it's easier for them to learn why people lead them on the left. And that was only because back in the day the soldiers always had a sword on their left hip, so when they mounted, it was out of the way of their mounting, and then it was easy to grab with their right hand, reach across and grab it. So that's what started the tradition of leading horses on the left. But when you're on your horse, you're leading him from both sides, so you better have an understanding of what it means to go to the right and be fluid through his body. That's the problem. They can turn right, but they're stiff as a board. They can't. I see you. Shorten your reins, shorten your reins, shorten your reins. Almost all the way up to the rubber, to the knot where that knot thing is. There you go. So you're almost making contact. You have them there in case you need them. Ready? There it is. Canter depart left lead. Squeeze, 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 ride, squeeze. Oh, that was bad. That was incorrect. I was watching the other horse. What are you doing? Ready? Now you can be in the right lead. Hey. There you go. Watch the rock. There it goes. Keep him off that inside. Get him over here. There you go. Well done. Hey, careful. All right. Rocks. Trotting. Trotting. Rome wasn't built in a day. You're making good progress.
Sorry?
I said you're making good progress.
Awesome. That's good news. Good news. It's exciting to learn something new.
Yeah.
It makes it less boring. Ooh, so soft. So soft. Sometimes when I stand up, I'll get a hold of the mane, gives me something to lean against. I also did that just now.
There it is. The geese are out there. The geese are out there. Oh, we're scared of the geese. That was the wrong. Oh, shoot. Oh. Hey, 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 hey. Come here, Savvy Time. What do you think you're doing? You all right? He's coming for you. Savvy. Yeah. I turned away just as it started. I caught the tail end of it. When he's looking at you, kind of slow down. Oop, I already pushed him away. Raffy's trying to help. Boopity boop, boopity boop. That's part of having that string and having a real stable connection. If something does happen, if you make that first split second move, you're halfway.
You stop and then you look back and then you saw whatever you saw again.
Oh.
So he was trying. But I also decided to fall off.
Yeah.
Either then.
Hang off the side
Or
and
make it worse.
land worse. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I was riding all the time. I was too scared to jump off.
No.
I just let myself get bucked off. Oh, dang it. Yep.
No, I'd rather fall
Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it.
He's like, I'm going home. I've had enough of it. Oh my goodness.
You break it? Oh, you had to pee so bad? I should have asked if you wanted to pee before. You can just walk him back. We're done. Yeah, we'll be done. That was a big pee. Ugh. Hey. Ugh. 3.34 miles to finish. Just put thunder check. A lot of squiggly lines today. Oh, you took the throat latch. Hey, that's not a toy. That's not a toy. Oops, I put that right in the middle of the road. Ugh. You itch your face. Itch your face. Spit it out. I got it.